there had been this talk, and reading articles, there was this sort of the idea of this pushing to an online sales model that would allow customers to complete the transaction online and potentially ship cars out, have free return policies, and sort of more of an Amazon.com approach to selling cars. There was at the time two companies in the country that were getting started. I was just trying to figure out what was next for us. And I thought at one point, the next move might be create a new brand that would be a competitor, and it would have this sort of online only method of selling cars. And eventually the end result was me thinking that the best move was to leverage what we had, leverage the business we have, the reputation, and also the really paramount to all of that was I don't actually believe that the online to consumer is the end all. I don't believe that is exactly the way that the business needs to go. I firmly believe that the customer needs to have the ability to complete the transaction that way, or complete it the traditional way of coming into the dealership. You don't want to alienate any customers. You want to give them the ability to shop how they want to shop. As consumers have the ability to do as much research as they need to do, you need to give them the ability to choose their method of purchasing. We dub it internally as sort of CarBiz 2.0. Took shape, and all of 16 was rebranding the company. So we rebranded the company. We built out all the software for our websites. We changed technology on how our online footprint is, and how consumers sort of interact with our website. And that was really the start of it, was let's change the logo, let's change the website. And what I found very quickly was this is going to have to change across all channels. So we need to have every facet of our business needs to match the personality of what we're trying to accomplish. And that personality is really more of a shift in customer experience, and really pushing to give the customers exactly what they're looking for. That has to match the same experience when they walk in our doors of our showroom to when they walk in the doors of our service center, or if they are just coming in through our website anywhere. It all has to match. Picking up the phone and calling us, they need to feel that same feeling when you walked into our showroom and you really thought this is a really cool place, this is special. Well, that's the same feeling that people get when they go on our website. And we hope it's the same feeling they get when they talk to one of our employees or talk to one of our experienced specialists. So it's all to jive. It all needs to, the personalities need to be across all the channels. I learn feedback through consumers and through articles that are written, and I try to take what I see, and I take the best points of what they might have, and I try to avoid things that they're being more scrutinized on or more critical of. And the online consumer does exist, and that's why I think it's so important to have the ability to give that consumer that style of purchasing. Their main focus of why they've created these businesses is the same focus on what we try to do internally with the traditional side of our operation. And their focus is to act like they're cutting out this dealer. The dealer is the quote unquote the stereotypical bad operation, and to a degree, that has been a very common perception of car dealerships, especially used car dealerships. So there's many correlations, and that will show the longer a customer is in a store, the more dissatisfaction they have with the purchase. So rather than say, all right, the dealers are bad, let's get rid of them, well, we are a dealer. So let's focus on what we can do to make that customer's experience better. So in terms of the the time to cut down for the customers in the showroom, we've changed our entire process. So we've eliminated the finance manager role. So if you've ever bought a car before, which I'm sure you have, you go into a dealership, you deal with a salesperson. That salesperson ends up getting their manager involved. They do the whole back and forth. And then when you think it's all done, you then have to go into another room and meet another manager and get sold a whole bunch of products. That is one part of the process that consumers just don't like. It also is very time consuming because there may be other customers that are also waiting to see that manager, or that, maybe there's a couple of them, but there's not as many managers as salespeople. So what we've decided here was to eliminate that position. Now the customers only deal with the transaction from A to Z with their experienced specialist, and they don't ever have to go into another room and meet a manager. Any products that get sold are going to get sold right at the point of sale from the salesperson that they've already grown to be comfortable with, and it's a non-high pressure sales tactic. Our salespeople are all paid more of a salary-based compensation plan, so less pressure on the salespeople as well, and it eliminates the time in the showroom. So it sort of kills two birds with one stone. That's something that you could say it was taken from those operations, because those operations tried to eliminate the dealer. So why eliminate the dealer? Let's get to the root of the problem, and that's sort of what we've done.